Hello guys, welcome to the Crypto Matrix. I'm Mr. Legend. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the king of the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trades around $81,000. Bitcoin is up 13% over the last 1 month. In this video, we'll look at the king of the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin is currently at its 200-day moving average. It's been a long time. It's been a long journey. Bitcoin has finally met the 200-day moving average. Are we going to get rejected here, heading down to Goblin Town? Are we going to continue pumping up to the moon? Sentiment is neutral right now in the cryptocurrency market. The bulls and the bears are battling it out in the liquidation map. We look at Bitcoin's performance against Ethereum. We'll look at sentiment in the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin dominance in the market, while the bulls and the bears have a reason to believe we're either going to pump to the moon or dump to Goblin Town. Are we pumping to the moon or dumping to Goblin Town? We'll talk about that and more in this video. Let's get down to business. Let's start with Bitcoin's performance against Ethereum over the last few weeks. Over the last few weeks, Bitcoin has been making grounds against Ethereum. Bitcoin had a major dip to Goblin Town against Ethereum from April of 2025, where we saw a dumping, which was nice for Ethereum. We saw Ethereum pumping to higher values, while Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin was not dumping, Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin, and Bitcoin lost 58% of its value against Ethereum in like 119 days. Since then, Bitcoin has been recovering, Bitcoin has been doing well, and Bitcoin has gone up 53% against Ethereum. Right now, sentiment is neutral in the cryptocurrency markets. There are a lot of warning signs. If you're holding Bitcoin, is this be a good time to sell to altcoin market? Maybe not, maybe yes. If you're very bearish, if you believe we're heading down straight to Goblin Town, you run towards Bitcoin because, guys, Bitcoin is safety for us in the cryptocurrency market. People run when they're scared, they run towards safety. Safety for us in the cryptocurrency market is Bitcoin. And with Bitcoin getting to its 200-day moving average, yes, we can easily see some huge market participants selling for some sweet profit. And then the bears believe we're going to dump to Goblin Town, best case scenario, back to 60K, worst case scenario, we're heading to 50K, maybe even 40K. But then if you're a bull, you just see that as normal Bitcoin pumping to higher prices. Bitcoin has done this in the past on the weekly time frame. Bitcoin has not gotten to its 200-week moving average, which the bears use as a point to tell us that all Bitcoin's previous bear market has seen it at least touch the 200-week moving average. Why will this time be different? There's no any guarantee, guys, that says Bitcoin must touch the 200-day moving average. Yes, this time might not be different. Bitcoin might still eventually come back, touching the 200-week moving average, maybe even going lower than it. But right now, all points, right now, all points are pointing to higher prices. Now, can Bitcoin get to where we're trading early 2026? All facts are pointing to higher prices. Can Bitcoin get to that $96,000 level? That's my base case scenario for Bitcoin in 2026. That will see Bitcoin at some point in time hitting that $100,000 level. And from where we're currently trading right now, it just feels like one God can do away from $100,000. If Bitcoin pull off around a 23-24% move to the upside, that will see us trading accurately above $100,000, which is good to see. And if you look at Bitcoin dominance, it's actually proving that Bitcoin has been having a great time. Bitcoin dominance had like 5 consecutive weeks of up action, with Bitcoin dominance getting to as high as 61%. While that might still be good for Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency market, as bearish as I am on Bitcoin, I believe Bitcoin is still going to have its own time in the sun, but all coins are going to outperform Bitcoin. So I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to eventually dump to Goblin Town. Even though I don't expect Bitcoin's price to dump with Bitcoin dominance, we used to see that at the end of market cycles where Bitcoin dominance is dumping, but Bitcoin is just chilling or maybe having a 702 retracement. And in that tiny window of opportunity is where all coins go crazy. Now, if you look at sentiment in the cryptocurrency market, the Fear and Greed Index, which tracks how market participants react, their emotions, their sentiment from different sources, and crunches it to a number. Right now, there's neutral sentiment in the cryptocurrency market. The bulls and the bears are battling it out. The bulls believe we have one big pump to the upside, Bitcoin above $100,000, maybe even to as high as $250,000 before the end of the year. The bears believe we're going to head down to Goblin Town. The bear market is not over. This is just a start of the big dump to Goblin Town. They're drawing parallels with what happened in 2022, where Bitcoin first had one big dump to Goblin Town, had a retracement rally, we got excited, expecting to pump to higher prices before it eventually fell down hard to Goblin Town. Time is going to prove who is right, but right now it favors the bulls. The bulls as Bitcoin continue on its charge towards $100,000 in 2026. If you look at liquidation data in the cryptocurrency market, the bulls and the bears are battling it out. Ask yourself, has Bitcoin performed in 2026? Has Bitcoin performed in the month of May? Q2 of 2026 is Bitcoin up 18%, which is a huge, huge improvement from Q1, where Bitcoin went down 22%. If you look at Bitcoin's monthly performance, the first 2 months of the year were terrible for Bitcoin, minus 10%, minus 14%. March ended positive 1.8%, but April saw Bitcoin going up 11.87%, and May is turning to be another bullish month for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is already up 6.3%. So it's safe to say, on a monthly time frame, bullishness is slowly returning back to cryptocurrency market, but you can clearly see sentiment is not yet there. Sentiment is still neutral. It will take a while for market participants to forget all the crazy dumps they saw over the last 6 months. Remember, I had the biggest crash in the cryptocurrency market on the 10th of October 2025. A lot of market participants got wiped out there. A lot of market participants got down to zero. So it's going to be hard for us to see the market in bullish light if you are bearish, if you have been through all this chaos of Bitcoin, just hanging around the $99,000 level since November of 2024. Yes, it had that occasional dump to Goblin Town in 2025 where Bitcoin got $75,000. If not, we have seen Bitcoin largely trade above $81,000 over the last 2 years, which is crazy to think about. Bitcoin has given a lot of market participants enough time to sell at the top. Will Bitcoin dump to Goblin Town in the future? I'm not going to say no. I still believe at some point in time in the nearest future, Bitcoin can probably even get to as low as $3,000. That's how crazy I believe the dump will come in the future. But right now, we're singing Kumbaya. Right now, we're still expecting Bitcoin to continue on its path towards new all-time highs, probably $100,000. That's my worst case scenario for Bitcoin in 2026. Now, if you look at Bitcoin's market caps at a very, very crucial point right now, Bitcoin's market caps at the $1.6 trillion level. I still stand on the fact that Bitcoin's market cap will easily get to as high as $2 trillion in 2026. For us to get to that $2 trillion level, that will see Bitcoin pumping by around 23% from where we're currently trading, which for Bitcoin, that's just one gold candle, which for Bitcoin, that's just one random afternoon of price action. News stories going around the market. Let's look at news stories going around the market. What are the bulls and the bears thinking about Bitcoin? Are they buying more Bitcoin right now? Sorry. Bitcoin golden clause appears for the first time since 2023. Will Bitcoin price rally? Bitcoin MVRV suggests a shift to bullish momentum as Bitcoin market structure strengthens, which may be an early sign of a bull market. Sorry. Bitcoin funding rate turns positive. Is Bitcoin rally to 85,000 next? This is a bullish article. Bitcoin funding rate turns positive as the cryptocurrency held the $80,000 level with an uptick in spot ETF inflow triggers a rally towards $85,000. We even saw Bitcoin getting to as high as $82,000 over the last 24 hours, which is good to see. But that $82,000 level is Bitcoin's 200-day moving average. So my battle there for a while. Don't be shocked if you see Bitcoin doing that. This is the price, this is the Bitcoin price level. This Bitcoin price level will be the end of the bears if broken. That's what an analyst has to say. The Bitcoin rejection at the 200-day EMA's mirrors 25% and 36% BTC sell-off fuels fears of another drop towards $60,000. That's what I was telling you guys earlier in the video. Bitcoin is at a crucial point in time right now, 200-day moving average, which sometimes have rejected us in the past. Let's be honest with ourselves. We got rejected around the 200-day moving average way back in 2022, and that led to that big dump to Goblin Town. That's why a lot of market participants are drawing parallels between what's happening right now and what's happening in 2022. If that plays out just like it played out in 2022, expect to see Bitcoin trading around $20,000 or lower than that at some point in time in the nearest future. But I don't think history repeats itself like that. I don't think history rhymes exactly, so I'll not be betting on Bitcoin just eventually dumping straight down to Goblin Town because it hits the 200-day moving average. And some few things to know about Bitcoin this week. Bitcoin's price could rally towards $90,000, maybe higher than that in the next 7 days. There's no reason to believe that we're still in the bear market. I don't know who announced that we're in a bear market, and we just all went with the program saying Bitcoin's in the bear market, Bitcoin's in the bear market. Bear markets are not announced, bull markets are not announced. We just see lower and lower prices, we call it the bear market. We see higher and higher prices, we call it the bull market. And right now, I believe a lot of market participants are still in bearish sentiments. They still believe that, wow, we're going to dump to Goblin Town this 2022, and that's why you can see the bulls and bears battling it out on the fear and greed index. But don't be shocked, guys, to see Bitcoin other altcoins pumping over the next few days and the next few weeks. So your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Bitcoin is having a great month, had a great month last month, having a great quarter, currently touching the 200-day moving average. Are you buying more Bitcoin right now? How high do you expect Bitcoin to go in 2026? Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notifications, get notified anytime I drop a new video, anytime I go live. Remember, guys, when it comes to investing, nothing will pay off more than educating yourself. And investments in knowledge pays the best interest. Invest for the long haul. Don't get too scared. Don't get too greedy. See you guys in my next video.